Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something very intricate. If you guys are trying to elevate your style, we're gonna definitely talk about that right now. Today's word is doka, D-O-K-A. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's hard to see it. I have a sketch done. So this is what you guys need to do. You guys need to sketch out what you're gonna do first. You guys need a complete thought and idea. We have two words though, or two variations of the same word. Doka, doka. They're overlapping. We're going to use a variation of colors to give the illusion that the letters are overlapping, but you could still read both words. They're going to be independent of each other, but they're also going to intermingle with each other. I'm going to do it in a time lapse because this is going to take me a while. I'm going to try and talk over the time lapse so you guys can know what I'm doing. Go from there. All right, stick around for a little bit. See you in a few. We've established where our line work's gonna go. I'm deciding to work on the darker green first. The darker green is where the two colors are going to overlap, or the two words are gonna overlap. So we have a doka, which I plan to do in tan. The lower doka is gonna be in green. Now where the tan color and the lighter green meet, we're gonna have a darker green. At least that's what I'm using for this. So wherever the two letters overlap, I'm saturating it with a darker green. Now you have to be careful about your line work because it's easy to make a mistake at this point. I'm also going to work on one word at a time in order to make things simplified. So now I'm going to work on the lower doka with our highlighter green. So I come in, fill it out. Remember, try not to make a mistake, because if you make a mistake, it's going to be very difficult to correct it at this stage of the piece. So I'm coming back, I'm doing all of the green. I'm going to pay attention to where my other lines are going to go for the upper doka, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to work in this lower tan. This upper word is not going to be outlined. It is just kind of there. It's very monochromatic. It's a light tan. We're going to have to use a darker shade of brown in order to illustrate the shadow for the lower doka. So I come in, I'm working my tan in, it's looking really good, making sure I don't miss anything. You'll notice that I missed that little square box to the very far left, and I'm sitting here staring like, oh, there it is. So I got that done, knocked that out, and now I'm going to focus on the outline. I wasn't sure what to do. I was struggling trying to find some greens, because wherever that darker shade of green is, you're going to have a darker outline, right? It only makes sense. Where the two letters overlap, it's going to be a little darker. So here I am testing my two colors to see which darker green I want to use. Going back to where the letters overlap, I'm focusing on the dark green. Remember, pay attention to your line work. It's easy to miss a line and do it a wrong color. So in order for this process and this illustration to work properly, you really have to focus on getting the lines and the colors accurate. So we got the upper word, we got the lower word. I'm coming around, I'm outlining everything real rough. I'm using Prismacolors in this case. These are all very old markers. If you guys have been following the page, I've been trying to use everything up so I could start investing in some newer markers. But we're doing the shadow. And remember, you see me stalling the shadow right before it gets to the brown. That's important because our shadow is going to be the darker brown. I think it's looking cool so far. Like it's like you have to put some thought into this first off, but if you execute this properly, the end result is very favorable. I'm actually kind of liking it. So yeah, we're getting ready to conclude this right now. I'm going to get into talking a little bit about the letters and what we're doing. But for the most part, if you just pay attention to your line work, pay attention to the colors, I think you guys could execute this. You guys could do it in any font you want. You can have the letters overlap further or less. It's entirely up to you. But really pay attention and do some test hits with the colors on a separate sheet of paper, and you guys will nail it in no time. Okay, so that concludes our doka bomb. As you can see, looks pretty decent. Came out pretty good. It's kind of an intricate style, but you could incorporate this with almost anything. You don't have to do two variations of the same word. You can do a doka and adjacent, right? Like you could do any word, you could do any letter, you could incorporate this a lot smaller, a lot bigger, same thing, vice versa. You can just play off of the letters themselves. This video was mostly a tutorial on how to do this style. So you have a lot of overlapping, right? You have, well, we also have a lot of color. We have a tan doka, and then we have a green doka. This is more of a fonty Helvetica style. This is more of a pen marker style. And where they intersect, you're gonna have some color variation. So wherever the lighter green meets with this lighter tan, we have a darker shade of green to give it that contrast. Also, where the shadow on this green doka overlaps the brown doka, we have a darker brown. So as far as colors go, let's see, we have 1, 2. Oh, we don't have very many. 3, 4. What is this? Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7. So we have 2 greens for the fill, another green for the outline, another green for the darker overlay on the outline, 2 browns, and then a gray for this drop shadow. I think it looks good. Hopefully I did the name justice. Hopefully you guys picked up a thing or two. If you guys have any suggestions on what I could do differently, please leave them in the comments. If you find value in the channel, feel free to give the channel a subscribe. All right, appreciate you guys following along. I will see you on the next one.